So this is another product that a lot of our customers are comfortable as well. And I just want to show you how that actually gets inserted, the battery function, etc. So let's just place everything to the side here. Good. Great. So with the Crescent product, it comes like so in this little box here. And as you can see, this has blue color coding. On this particular box that I already have open, it actually has red labeling. Red is always a reference to your right ear. Blue is to the left ear. So yes, the Crescents are color coded and they are ear specific. So let's go over that as well. I'm going to put this here just to have it out of my way here. Let's bring the Crescent over. With the Crescent inside your package here, you of course have a pouch to store it in whenever it's not in use. You have a user's guide that is going to give you illustrations and reference exactly what I'm teaching you today on this video. The little cleaning tool, battery, and little rubber tips. So I'm going to place those here. Okay, so for the Crescent, we can actually see its shape here. It's got an interesting shape to it, and it actually is like a crescent moon. But up here at top, you can see the red engraved writing. Red is for my right ear, okay? Where the red is located on the Crescent, that's always going to be your reference point of, that's the top portion of this device. Down here where you can see the point is actually the point that's going to go into the ear canal to give you that good sound quality. Let's cover the battery compartment and how to insert the battery. Battery compartment is located here on the flat surface here. There is a push button as well on this device. The push button does have 4 modes, 1 beep being the lowest, 2 beeps, 3 beeps, then 4 beeps, which is the loudest volume setting on this device. The battery compartment has a little notch here, and we're actually going to turn it over to get it into the correct position. Looking at the battery compartment, you can see that there's a little red positive sign, and to most people it looks like a red dot. The red dot indicates that it's in the upright position so that you may insert the battery easily and more comfortably. So let's go ahead into our little battery package, and I'm going to show you how to actually insert the battery. On this battery, it is a size 10 battery. You will always reference the battery to the color yellow. As you can see here, there's a yellow sticky tab. We are going to remove the sticky tab to activate the battery. What I mean by activate the battery is that these are zinc air batteries. They are mercury free, which means you can dispose of these batteries in your wastebasket. But in order for it to fully air activate, once we pull off that sticker, it has a flat side which has little ports on it, which is absorbing the air as we speak, so that way you can get the full duration of the lifespan, which is from about 5 to 6 days on average, depending on how long per day you're wearing the device and how often you're actually using it. One thing I just want to reference, that little yellow sticky tab that we actually pulled off of this battery, some of my customers will actually place that on the calendar. It's a good reference point for them as far as how long they've actually had the same battery in their device. Maybe it's on the 5th day and you notice, gosh, I have a pretty busy day today and I need this to fully function. Go ahead and put a fresh battery in it to get the full amplification that you're looking for. On this particular battery, again, flat shiny side is the positive side. The uneven side that has this little black ridge on it is the uneven negative side. Okay, so we're now going to go ahead and insert the battery into the actual device. So when you're holding it, you want the flat positive side resting on your thumb, the uneven negative side to rest down on your forefinger. When holding the actual device, In the other hand, you want to make sure again you can see that red dot. That lets you know that you have it in the upright position. Down here is a little ledge to catch that battery. And so when you're coming to insert the battery into the device, you don't want to go top to bottom because it makes it very difficult to balance the battery. Just makes it difficult to insert. So coming from the side angle where you can see the opening on the battery compartment, just give it a little pinch and that secures the battery into the battery compartment. When ready to use, you close. Very easy. It closes lightly, slowly, and it's secure. And now I'm going to show you how to put it in incorrectly. So now what we're going to do is we can see the device still has the red dot up top, but now what we're going to do is we're going to place the negative uneven side facing up towards me, the flat positive side away from me, so I can't see that anymore. We're going to go from the side, pop that into place, pinch it a little bit like you normally would, and again, this is the improper way to insert the battery. When you go to close this, you can see that it's very difficult to close. This can be successfully closed with a lot of force, but I'm telling you, the device will sound dead, and then you could damage the device. So please do not force the battery compartment closed. Go ahead and remove by just peeling out of the battery compartment. Flat positive side is now facing up towards me, and we're going to correctly place that in. As soon as you close the battery compartment, it is now on, it's ready to go. Okay, so now that we've inserted the battery properly, I'm going to go over a little bit about when to choose a rubber tip and when you want to actually change the size of the tip. So right now how it comes in the box, it doesn't have a tip on it because of the design was so that you could just place it into the ear just like so. Because it doesn't go as deep into the ear canal, you don't have the fear of damaging or scraping the side of your ear canal. It's a very comfortable fit. So I'm going to demonstrate for you now how to properly insert into the ear without a rubber tip. So when holding, your thumb is going to be located as we call the bottom of the device. The top of the device is where the red writing is, which red represents our right ear, and you're going to put your forefinger on the top of that. So just like so. Now we're going to go ahead and insert into the ear, and as you can see, I pretty much have a full grip on it because I'm just placing it into the crevices of my ear. You do a little twist motion towards the back of your ear or towards the back of your head. So literally just a little twist, then you can use your pointer finger to secure inside the ear, and that is how it properly looks when it's inserted correctly. This feels very comfortable. A lot of customers actually just do without the rubber tip, but now why would I want to change to a rubber tip? Maybe you're getting a lot of feedback or whistling from this particular device. Maybe you just don't feel like it's secure. It has a lot of play inside the ear canal. Let's go ahead and remove the device and go ahead and try the first rubber tip. What you want to do now is you want to use your thumb, go to the bottom of the device, just give it a little wiggle, grab with your forefinger to remove, and just pull out like so. With the rubber tip, they actually have a sleeve on them. I'm going to start with the small one because it's always recommended that you start small and go up. And this is something that you will actually have to experiment with to find out what's the best fit for you, what creates the best seal, and what gives you the best sound quality out of this device. So now, just looking at the little rubber tip, this is the sleeve that I was talking to you about. This sleeve right here is going to go over the tip of the device. So, meaning the tip. How do I know which side is the tip? The red portion is not the tip. You want to go down to the point where the sound projects, and you can actually see a little hole here. That's where the sound comes out. We're going to take our little rubber tip, and we're going to slide onto the device, wiggle, 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 and you're going to use your forefinger, and you're just going to give it a light push, and this just makes sure that the rubber tip is now secure on the device. So you do want to make sure it's secure. You cannot damage the device by pushing on it. You cannot damage the rubber tip by pushing on it. So now let's go ahead and insert with this small rubber tip. Again, thumb underneath the device. Forefinger is next to the red writing that you can actually see here. And so now we're going to go back to the ear. And this is for my right ear, as we discussed. And we're just going to wiggle and do a little twist and then just flatten inside the ear. Now you can see that it's not as flush as the first go around, and that's because my ear canals are very small. With this rubber tip that I have on, it does give me more volume, more power, but it does feel more full, and it actually kind of protrudes a little bit outside of the ear. But that's just my ear. It may still fit perfectly with this tip for you. So you'll just have to, again, experiment with it. Going to remove the device. And now we're going to go ahead and go over some cleaning techniques. So the cleaning technique is where you have this rubber tip, but maybe you don't have the tip. So to peel off the tip, you just grab and peel away from you, and it kind of just pops off into your hand. This area, you actually want to lightly brush over with the tool that we give you. It's a little brush. If you do not have this brush or you misplace this brush, just get a toothbrush. You don't want the toothbrush wet or to have toothpaste, just a dry toothbrush. But for now, you have this from us. You'll take that little brush and just brush right there at the opening where the sound projects from. And if you have the rubber tip on it, let's go ahead and place that back on for demonstration. How to clean it. Very good, I made sure it was secure. You can see here, there's a little hole here where the sound projects from as well. That can get full of wax and debris. We're just going to brush over that as well. So those are the main points. But then, next to the battery compartment, where that little volume control is that we spoke about in the beginning of this video, there is a screen over your microphone. You want to go ahead and brush over the screen of the microphone just to make sure nothing's blocking there. A lot of my customers actually use alcohol swabs to just keep it nice and dry, to keep it sanitary. Whenever you are not using the device, please do not store it in your bathroom where there's lots of moisture. Excessive moisture can actually damage the device and create sound quality issues as well. So keep it in a nice dry area. And that's why we give you the pouch as well. Okay. So now that I've shown you the cleaning technique and how to actually change the battery, how to insert on and off position. So how do we preserve the life of the battery? Well, we're just going to open the battery compartment where that little notch is, and we're going to disable the connection there. And this is the off position. This is how you want to store it whenever it is not in use. When you're ready to use, you go ahead and close, and it's now turning the device on. It's activated and ready to go for you. So thank you very much for tuning into this video of how to use your device that you received from InnerScope Hearing Technologies. If you have any questions or need to email a question as well, we do have on the contact page a phone number for you to call for customer service, and of course you can send off an email, and we do have the email address in which you want to send that email to. Thank you very much for tuning in today. Take care.